Breaking news, a state of emergency declared in Charlotte, North Carolina. After protests turned violent again early this morning with one person shot and several officers injured. Also, reporters caught in the chaos.
Basically, we were following the crowd all the way down. Hey, watch out, there's gas under you. Oh, my eyes.
Fatal shooting. The search is on for a suspect in New Haven after a man was shot and killed overnight.
Shocking video that's really hard to watch. A little girl tugging at her mom who collapsed after an apparent drug overdose. Police say it just shows how devastating the heroin epidemic is.
If the reports are true, it's possibly criminal and it is sick.
Former Congressman Anthony Weiner now facing backlash after a report says he sent X-rated messages to a 15-year-old girl. That story and much more right now on Good Day Connecticut. Good morning, and thank you so much for being here with us on Good Day Connecticut. I'm Lorenzo Hall.
And I'm Amanda Rouse. We do want to first get you out to Plainfield. The fire marshal is investigating a deadly fire there where a 6-year-old girl has died.
Yeah, that fire started at around 11 o'clock last night on Windsor Avenue. Firefighters, they were able to rescue a woman as well as a child through a window, and a man was also able to get out on his own. All three were taken to the hospital, but again, that 6-year-old girl, she was later found dead inside of that home. 2 police officers were treated for smoke inhalation, but they're expected to be okay.
Now, there's no word just yet on what caused that fire. We do have a crew on the scene, and we'll bring you a live report coming up shortly.
Yeah. Also this morning, New Haven police, they're still on scene of a deadly shooting on Dorman Street. The shooting happened at around 10 o'clock last night. 31-year-old Laverne Bellamy of New Haven, he was found in the backyard of that home. Police say he lived next door to where that shooting happened, and right now they're asking anyone who may have been in the area and witnessed anything to give them a call.
All right, it is coming up on 7:02, and we do want to get a check of your forecast now. Meteorologist Joe Fury standing by with the very latest.
All right, Amanda, we have outside for you this morning. Nice looking morning. Hi, everybody. It's going to be autumn this afternoon, at least at 10:21 this morning. We're talking about the autumnal equinox happening. The temperature this afternoon, though, will continue summer-like. It is in the 50s to around 60 this morning. Dew points are in the 50s for the most part. They'll stay there during today. So you want to dress for summer this afternoon. It's warm. At least the humidity is still fairly low and probably less in the way of the high clouds today. So the sun a little stronger out there for you today as the system down to our south that's dumped 10 inches of rain in southeast Virginia remains stuck here. High pressure gives us a good looking day and, well, a day that's got temperatures still well above average. Highs into the low and mid 80s. Sunny. It's, again, dew points in the 50s, so we'll call it fairly comfortable in terms of the humidity. But if you're out in that sun, it's still strong. It's a warm afternoon with the light south wind at about 3 to 13 miles per hour. Sun's going down at 6:47. So a cold front is coming in here for tomorrow night. That's when a shower, thunder shower might pass on through. But that's about it for any rain over the course of the next 7 days. It is going to be the weekend that's going to be really sensational. We're talking about just the kind of weather you want for the first weekend of autumn. We'll detail that in the long-range forecast coming up in just a little while. All right, 7:03. Let's check the roads. I don't think we're doing too well out there this morning. Rach, tell us what's happening.
No, not at all. We'll start in Cheshire right now on the westbound side of 84, where a crash blocks a good portion of the highway. Take a look what's right outside. This is the activity that has traffic just squeezing by in that center median. What that fire truck is in front of is a vehicle that's actually on its roof, and you see a lot of activity there. There were a couple of tractor trailers that have already pulled away from the scene. There is still one that remains. This crash involves reportedly one of those tractor trailers. So traffic is squeezing by. We're at a standstill trying to get down through Cheshire as a result of this crash. I don't expect it to clear anytime soon. Eastbound side's jamming up out of Waterbury as a result. And in Plainfield, we've been following this fire for you this morning, shutting down a section of 14A up by Windsor Avenue. Just follow the local detour there. We had an earlier crash that was down through Darien. That is now gone, but it is still going to be a very heavy ride as you're moving in from Bridgeport straight on down. Eastbound side of 84 on the brakes through West Hartford as we start up here by exit 40. All the way into the Hartford Tunnel. Once you get past 46, it's really just the right lane that's heavy from 48 into the Hartford Tunnel. That's the Mattress Firm traffic report. Sleepy's is now Mattress Firm with more selection, service, and savings. Lorenzo.
Thank you, Rachel. This morning, the governor of North Carolina is declaring a state of emergency.
Yeah, one person is in critical condition. Several officers were hurt as violent protests raged in Charlotte for the second night there. This is all over a police shooting of a black man. There's a scene right there. Now, those protests started as a peaceful prayer vigil, but a group split off and marched through downtown. Some stores were looted, windows shattered, walls spray painted, and then some laid on the ground, blocking traffic. Police used tear gas to break up that crowd. You're looking at just some of the images right here. You can see them bashing in windows, and as you see right there, laying on the ground. Now, one person was left on life support after getting shot during that unrest last night. Police say that they did not fire that shot. At least 4 officers were hurt during those protests, but they are all expected to be okay.
We want peace, we want conversation, and we also want to support our police who are right now under a great deal of stress in downtown Charlotte, again, a city that I have a passion and a love for.
That was the governor, and the governor also said he would deploy the state National Guard and Highway Patrol to Charlotte. The mayor of Charlotte said that she would consider options, including a curfew, if those protests continue. Now, this all started after 43-year-old Keith Scott was shot to death by police on Tuesday. Police say that he had a gun, but neighbors and his family say he only had a book. And even the reporters covering that story have been targeted in the violence there.
You got to check this out. CNN's Ed Lavandera, he was reporting when he was knocked to the ground by one of those protesters.
We're trying to get various people, agitators, out of the crowd, and as other people came in to try to grab those people. Yeah, we're fine. I understand we're fine. So just someone taking out their frustrations on me. Right.
Yeah, Lavandera, he quickly got up and you saw there resumed work. Seems to be okay. And another CNN reporter had to retreat while reporting live on TV as well after several explosions went off.
That's right. So basically, we were following the crowd all the way down. So far, they've put out, oh wow. They put out a pepper spray. People are running from it. Jerry, get out of there! Jerry, get out of there! So as you can tell, the situation is totally out of control.
Oh, what a mess.
Wow.
That was Boris Sanchez. He made reference to tear gas and pepper spray being released as those explosions went off. He continued reporting after that as well. He seems to be doing just fine.
And we heard that reporter that was knocked down there, that the person that knocked him down did come in and apologize later after the fact.
Good.
That's what CNN is reporting.
Good update with that. All right, now to a developing story right here at home. A Milford business is now cleaning up after intense heat from an overnight fire damaged a building.
Yeah, Fox 61's Caitlin Gosley is live in Milford with what's happening there this morning. Good morning, Caitlin.
Good morning to you both. We are here outside the city carting and recycling company. You can see off into the distance there the building with the blue top where the fire did leave some damage to the side of that building there. We are being asked by the people that run this facility to stay a good distance away as they do their cleanup this morning. Now, this business has 3 locations right here in Connecticut. Unfortunately, no one was injured in this fire from the overnight, but Milford fire officials are telling us that the building was made of a non-combustible metal structure and that it was damaged because of the heat from those flames, because it did just get so hot. They did say that the fire started at about 10:15 last night, and when fire crews arrived, they found a large waste pile inside the building that was engulfed in flames. According to the city carting and recycling company's website, they are a third-party waste removal business. They're hired out for residential and commercial garbage removal. And we also found out this morning that the company is based in Stamford, Connecticut, and in addition to their locations here in Milford and in Norwalk, they have a facility in Somers, New York. Now, Milford fire officials are saying that they do expect to be here this morning. You can't see them where we're standing here. As I mentioned, we have to stay a good distance away, but they are around the back of the building, and they talked about using heavy machinery to take away some debris and make sure that there was no areas left that could potentially reignite into flames. That's the latest here live in Milford. We'll send it back to you guys.
Thanks, Caitlin. A Bristol mom is asking for more action from the school district after her 7th grade son said a girl in his class told him that he was on her stab list. Jennifer Long said West Bristol's principal called her Monday to tell her about the incident, but would not give details because the girl is a minor. Long said it upsets her to know that her son is afraid to go to school and she doesn't know if he's safe.
He is more scared now. He's like, great, now that I told, she's really going to want to kill me.
In statements, West Bristol's principal said the situation was handled and no one was ever in danger. Bristol superintendent said district policies were immediately implemented and that the primary focus is making sure that the school is safe.
This is a heartbreaking story. We have disturbing video to show you that police say demonstrates exactly the horrific consequences of drug use.
Yes, this 2-year-old girl is seen tugging at her mother's body Sunday morning at a dollar store in Lawrence, Massachusetts. Officers say that the mother there overdosed and then fell in the toy aisle. Her 2-year-old daughter was right there by her side, sobbing while shaking the woman. Now, first responders used 2 doses of Narcan to revive the woman, who authorities say had more drug paraphernalia in her purse. Her daughter is now in protective custody. Police are charging the woman with child endangerment. 7:10 now, and disgraced former Congressman Anthony Weiner is facing new sexting allegations, this time with a 15-year-old girl.
Yeah, the Daily Mail reports he sent X-rated photos and messages to this high school student. Weiner released a statement saying he has repeatedly demonstrated terrible judgment with the people he's chosen to communicate with online. He says he's sorry, but he claims those texts are part of a hoax. Here's how New York Governor Andrew Cuomo reacted to this story.
If the reports are true, it's possibly criminal and it is sick. And frankly, I've heard enough about Anthony Weiner, and I think that goes for all New Yorkers.
Yeah, Weiner's congressional career ended back in 2011 after he accidentally posted an inappropriate photo on his Twitter account. That photo, it was intended for a 21-year-old college student in Seattle.
All right, we have much more for you coming up here on Good Day Connecticut. If you're looking to replace your Samsung Galaxy Note 7, well, you are in luck. New versions of the phones are now in stores.